Hello and welcome back to the channel. We return to Equilinox. Let's load up the world, and here we are, the start of day 10. Last time we were working on getting a forest started and then a woodland down there. Let's focus on the forest for right now. So we're looking for things that spread the forest biome. Sage would be a good place to start. I know we were also working on getting a wild boar set up with an apple tree. Let's advance time a little bit. You can see we're just waiting for this one tree to get up to 100% growth. Advancing time like this also lets us see, oh, and someone is starving. And not anymore. Perfect, and now we have fruit. And now what we can do is we can start... Oh, we need this to be not grassland. So in order to do that, what we should do is make sure we get rid of, or at least have the majority of a grassland biome. So what we'll do is we'll start spreading a bit more rosemary. Let's see. Yep, so what we'll do now is I'm going to click on this grass and hit remove many. We're going to just remove all of the grass that's there. Let's try this now. So we need to get these guys pretty much on wild fruit. I'm just purging some of the grassland from this area. Should probably grow some more apple trees. We also, looks like we got a task. Have one sheep eat one apple, an apple a day. Some trees and bushes can produce fruit once they are fully grown, and the fruit will periodically fall off the tree onto the ground where it can be eaten by animals. For this task, you'll need to get a sheep to eat an apple, which drops from apple trees. Let's claim the rewards, and we've also unlocked tall trees and 2 more tasks. So tall trees, spread the forest biome. This is an evergreen forest tree. This is the most basic forest tree and is a great starting point for the forest habitat. This tree can't grow in barren land, but only requires slightly fertile forest terrain to grow. And we need just below 75 meters. So good. Let's build a couple of these. This will help us spread that forest biome. I'm just going to advance time a little bit into day 11. Oh, and there goes our apple tree with the fruit. Strange rosemary has been born. Perhaps the color is slightly different. Let me just check one of these sheeps. I'm also just going to get rid of the grass. So as we wait for the apple trees to grow, I'm just going to ignore the sheep for right now. Let's look at our woodland biome. And also let's look at our tasks. So we are creating apples somewhere. Right there, I see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take control of these sheep, get them over to the apple trees. I'm also going to build another one. Okay. Well, let's just leave these guys for right now. Go ahead and put one more in. Let's put down one more apple tree. Okay, let's think about expanding this woodland a little bit. So for woodland biome, 3 elms, 3 sycamore, 4 oregano. That will unlock the guinea pig for us. So let's focus on sycamore. Sycamore needs 3 herbs nearby. So let's try to find. You can see this game has a lot of just it's scaffolded too in terms of what your biome is like. Let's clear those requirements and look at spreads woodland. So we're looking for oregano because that will be something that lives in woodland. So let's try to figure out how we make that. So we have a grass tuft. It needs to be mud green and it also needs to have mushrooms nearby. So we might need to focus on mushrooms for a bit. For right now though, nope, that's gonna be a little too expensive. Let's see about mushrooms first. Button mushrooms. A small brown mushroom that prefers to live in fertile areas, this fast-growing fungi can serve as a food source for small animals, and this can live in grassland, forest, swamp, and jungle. Let's just start putting a couple down in each of the biomes, just so they can spread. Can sheep eat these, though? No. Probably the guinea pigs, maybe? I'm not sure. Okay. I'm just going to spread some all over since nothing seems to dislike them right now. Looks like the grass tufts are still getting a little annoying, though. I'm just gonna get rid of some of them. Hoping one of... There we go. Now we can get wild boar. Just slowly accumulating. This can be a little tricky to do just because grass almost is like an invasive species. There we go. We can start evolving. And now we can get this. It's a repeatable task. You can complete this over and over again just for growing some apples. It's producing 250 apples at a time. And that's going to be set to autocomplete. So it honestly pays to just have a bunch of apple trees just so you can keep producing more and more. We should be just about to wild boar. There we go. So the wild boar prefers to live in a forest area surrounded by trees. It is a foraging animal and will eat fruits and most small plants. It also has the ability to dig up potato plants, which will result in a number of nutritious potatoes being spread around the local area, providing food for other animals. So this likes stones and cedar trees, eats vegetables, potato plant, fallen fruit, fruit bushes, and herbs. Great. Let's plop down a couple of those. Perfect. Oops. Just trying to get my bearings. There we go. Almost forgot which buttons to press. So let's zoom out and just take a look at what's going on. So we have some biomes starting to spread out. Let's keep expanding woodland though, just because we were working on this. So sycamore needs 3 herbs. Look at another grass tuft. For oregano, we need the grass to be mud green, so we're going to focus on selective breeding for right now. This is also something that's just key in this game, is figuring out what precisely is needed at a given time. Okay. Start focusing on mud green. We'll do this on a couple of grass tufts. Oh, and it looks like we already have some that are growing. We can already get started on oregano. Perfect. So we have oregano. A very fragrant and small herb with little white flowers. The oregano plant is able to grow in barren soil and spreads the woodland biome, so it acts as a good starting plant for creating a woodland ecosystem. It can also be a good source of food for smaller creatures. Great. Just start spreading that around basically everywhere. Spicing up the pot, basically. I'm spreading it out around a lot just because that's going to be a requirement for, I want to say, the sycamore, maybe. So having enough around will be good. Nope, it was an oak tree. Yep, so we can build sycamore. We just need 3,400 points. There we go. We can start with sycamore. You can see that this accelerate time feature is very useful. Okay, now we have a sycamore. There it is. I'm going to put it right in the middle. Sycamore, a large tree with plenty of branches for birds to land on. This tree prefers to live in a woodland or forested area. Neighboring or nearby herbs will also give this tree a boost to its environmental satisfaction. So this spreads the woodland biome. Here we are. I'm also just for fun going to put one maybe around here. Now we can collect woodland biome. Great, and now we have the guinea pig. Guinea pig, a fluffy little animal that shuffles around, prefers to live in either grassland or woodland areas, and eats fruits, berries, vegetables, and grasses. This little rodent is easily frightened, and sometimes just freaks out for no apparent reason. So this is going to eat almost anything. Which means it's going to be a good source of diversity points. They're expensive, though. And they make noises. I'm just going to start spreading them out basically everywhere. And we just got that Apple Everyday perk. What's nice too is that these will slowly mutate the various plants as you go on. Okay, that should be enough guinea pigs for right now. Let's try to make these wild boars happy. So this is boring. Use the evolution system to unlock the boar species and then create a suitable environment for a family of boars to thrive in. To unlock the boar, you'll need the sheep to live in a non-grassland area where it should survive on a diet of apples. We already have boars. So we need 6 wild boar in a world with environmental satisfaction of over 75%. So our boars are going to be basically over here. That one's about to die. They're all about to die. So these guys like stones and cedar trees. So if that's the case, if that's going to affect their environmental satisfaction, we want to make sure that we have cedars. So we'll need heather first. So we basically need to scaffold up to that. So we're going to need to get heather first, then cedar, then wild boar. Though we might have to do additional things for heather. So heather is probably going to come from wheat. Maybe. Nope. There we go. Oh, we can get heather and sage. So heather just needs fallen fruit and rocks and stones. Perfect. I'm also just going to plop down some more stones. Okay, that's nice and stoned. Okay, and we have some heather. Heather, a small hardy forest plant with pretty purple flowers, needs to grow near water and is a good way to spread the forest biome in low altitudes. Aha. So this is part of the reason why I wanted to make sure we were getting a little closer to this water. I know some of these do require water, so if that's the case, we'll be strategic about this. We're just going to keep growing more right around this water here. Let's just put down some more apple trees. It's a good way for us to farm some diversity points. Let's also see about spreading it a little bit more. Get some rosemary around here. And also get some more stones. Let's just plan ahead, because we're going to need to do this for the boars, and put down an apple tree or two. Here we go. We'll put one. What do these like again? These like having animals around. Let's just grab a guinea pig then. Perfect. Now that that's in place, we can think about cedar trees. We need these to be larger though, so we haven't really affected size that much. you can see it's exponential. So we would need to just increase one by 50%. We would need 18 million diversity points. That's going to take a long time to get. So we're just going to slowly size these guys up. We're going to have to do this multiple times. You can see this area is really starting to spread nicely. Let's just get these moving in the right direction. It's going to take a little bit. But we're solidly around 2,000 diversity points, which is good. See, this one's a little bit bigger now. Really start jacking these guys up. Like tree steroids, basically. See, this one is 1.14 already. Perfect. So we can get some cedar getting in the right direction. I think that was ultimately for the wild boars, which is why I was growing some more apple trees. We want to get them everything set up nicely. So cedar, a delightful forest tree. This tree can live in either forest, woodland, or grassland biomes, and enjoys the presence of flowers, hence these. Prefer to grow in low altitudes, not too far from water. So we want to get the cedars basically around this very handy small amount of water. Otherwise, we would need to start building around these larger bodies, and I have some plans for these, and the rest of that one. It's actually kind of a weird world. I'm used to having like just a really, really big body of water, and then maybe one or two smaller ones, but we'll make do. That's part of the fun of this. This was the one we were using. Looks like acceleration has stopped. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So we now have a cedar tree. There it is. Let's bring that closer to the water there. Great. So it likes having flowers nearby and being a little closer to water. I'm just gonna... It's really spreading the forest biome too. Great. So since we have a lot of fruit there, we're also going to want to put down some wild boars. Since that was the ultimate plan for this, is to make sure that they're nice and happy. And let's... Alright, great. So let's check the progress on that. 3 of them are happy right now. Oop. Sorry, chickens. I'm also going to put down just another apple tree there. They are just a good way to get a consistent source of diversity points. This is basically boar pair. Ooh, 3 chickens. Alright, what's going on? Oh well, it's not really my focus right now. Right, you can see that apple every day perk is really flying. Okay, so we got the this is boring perk, or task completed. And that should unlock 2 more. So let's see what our next task is. Since we seem to be focusing on the forest in this episode, let's look what else we can do. So forest, flora, and fauna, unlock some more forest, plants, and trees. There are 3 trees to unlock and 3 plants to unlock. If you breed all of them, you'll unlock a new species for the snow biome. So it looks like we need 1 more tree. We already have the heather species, we need fern and sage. I thought we could already get, well, we can get barley. That's not what we're focusing on right now. Let's see, rosemary, sage. And that just needs forest, trees, and stones. Right, this is a low-hanging fruit. We already have some sage. So sage, a leafy herb, this plant can grow in either grassy or forest areas and can provide food for smaller animals. Perfect. A lot of the forest stuff does like having stones around, which is why I was spreading them around. I think the forest one always looks nice too, so I don't mind having a really large forest biome. Generally, I actually tend to have like 2 or 3 of them just because I like the look. Alright, so we'll spread some around. I see. So that they actually go together well, the sage and the barley, because barley serves as a grass. So let's convert this to barley. Also just turn that off. Oop. Great, now we have barley. So barley, a grassy plant which grows tasty seeds. This small plant grows in woodland biomes and is a great source of food for the smaller, or a great food source for the smallest animals and birds. Can be grown together with herbs. So this doesn't spread anything, but it likes having herbs and stones nearby. And periodically produces fruit, which is useful. And they're expensive though. I'm just gonna spread them around. Okay. So we still need fern, and we still need 1 more type of forestry. Let's see, cedar, acer. This stunningly colorful tree stands out beautifully in the fields, a nice addition to any area, prefers not to live near the tall tree species. We need to separate these guys a little bit. So tall trees like being below 75, but we have a lot up there. We could probably think about culling some of the tall trees. So I'm just going to be strategic and remove some of them. We're going to focus on the acer plants just in this area. So we just need them to be dark orange. That's fine. It's going to be a little pricey, I bet. Dark orange, 36,000. What we can do is maybe get up there gradually. Yeah, it's still going to take a little while. Okay, we'll make another one a darker orange as well. Yeah, you can see the apple one is really starting to fly. To that end, I actually think I am going to put down a couple more, just because it is really nice to get those consistent bonuses. So dark orange. Right, there it's really flying. You know what? Screw it. Let's just do more apple trees. So these, just like having animals nearby, can grow forest and woodland. So let's think about this area. We'll just do a bunch of apple trees there. Oh, and this might be dark orange enough. Nope. But we're getting there. And we have a light green guinea pig for some reason. Yeah, normally that would probably be pretty expensive, if you could even get that. Okay. We should start seeing what we need pretty soon. In fact, yep, that would do it. We just need enough diversity points. You can see we're just getting that apple a day one very rapidly. Hence why I like the forest biomes. Alright, and now we have the Acer tree. So this actually does spread the forest biome, and it likes being below 65, doesn't like tall trees. So we're really just going to make sure there aren't that many tall trees around. Just gonna make sure those are removed. We still have a couple in this area. What I'll do too is put down a couple. Perfect. We'll put one more right there. Good. We'll really start flying in terms of diversity points once we get up to the seawater type stuff. So let's get to ferns. It's barley. Here we go. So what do we need for this? We need dark green and then the size trait. So let's think about focusing on that. We'll do a mix of them. Just keep moving that in the right direction. Perfect. These are slowly starting to get larger and to a darker green. This one looks like it's moving in the wrong direction though, so we'll give it a nudge. This might be viable, and it is. Let's just take a look at what fern entails. Fern, a small hardy forest plant with large leaves. It lives in forest or woodland biomes and helps to improve the quality of a forest biome. Simple enough. Great. Now we have a fern. Put it down. Let's see if we can get anything else out of this. Nope. So we'll just put down a couple. You'll see those acer trees are looking nice and good. We have more of those lime green guinea pigs for whatever reason. We zoom out. This area is starting to look nice and green. And one of our tasks is completed. That's forest flora and fauna. We're already 15 out of 60 on the tasks. So we'll get 17,000 diversity points. What else? Unlocks a fir tree and two more tasks for mountaineering and potato. Perfect. Let's look at our new plant. And here we have the fir tree, a coniferous tree that lives in the snow biome. It prefers rocky areas and high altitudes. It can also be grown in barren land, which makes a good tree for starting the creation of a snow biome. So that means we're going to get started on a new one. So let's think about where we want to do this. I'm thinking maybe about right up here. You can see this is a higher area. If I go over it, we're hitting just about a little over 60 meters. Great. Let's also just put down some stones up here just to get ourselves started. And we can start thinking about fir trees. We're already getting started on the snow biome. Let's see what that mountaineering one entails. So set up a snowy biome in the mountains, involve some of the snow biome trees and plants, and then create a suitable mountain living area for the sheep with a food source. This will allow you to breed a goat. So we'll need to have goats first, but we'll also need holly bushes. So that will evolve from tomato plants, which we don't have yet, and berry bushes, which we also don't have. So we might have to take a little bit of a backseat on that one. So we'll let those fir trees ruminate there. Thinking next time we might focus on some of the more grassland or maybe mushroom tasks. I think this is a good place to stop for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.